Hey, it's Rob from Dowdle Family Farms. I'm gonna move some pigs over here behind me in this paddock in the woods, and we're moving them over here. I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm videoing this because in theory, everything goes perfectly when we move pigs. Practically something always goes wrong. And it's usually something that's not a big deal, but it is humorous. And hopefully today we'll get some good footage of the pigs doing something crazy or funny. Who knows, maybe everything will go well. So I just rotated the camera about 35 or 40 degrees. The pigs are right over there. And I'm gonna move them right, and I'm gonna move them right over here. You can see that there are some leaves already on the ground that have not been bagged. I just dumped those out with our big bagger on the lawnmower. And then there are about 200 to 250 bags of leaves that I have yet to open. So what I'll do is I'll drive some posts into the ground. I'll string up the electric fencing for the pigs. The fencing that I set up will be for a much larger area, but I'll restrict them to one end of it and then give them progressively more area as we go and as I get more leaves. My main reason for restricting the area is I want them to root up some of this pasture as well. It's a mix of fescue and then Bermuda grass. And at some point, hopefully next spring or summer, I'll set up more permanent paddocks with our high tensile fence in here. But right now I just want them to tear up this side so that I can come through and seed annual forages for the pigs to eat. Those forages will grow for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Pigs will turn back in. I'll move them to another paddock and reseed that older paddock that they just came off of, and it'll make it real quick, real simple. No equipment needed to reseed the paddocks, and most importantly, the pigs will get a very diverse diet of food and forages in the process. So I'm going to grab the post driver and get to work. So the fence is set up, and so now I'm going to go get the voltage meter and check the voltage on the fence. I just want to make sure before we move everything that the fence is live, so that if the pigs hit the fence, they see and are reminded that it is hot. Usually they will not, but sometimes these gilts, these breeders, the Mangalitzas and the Piney Rooters, will test the fence out. So I'll go get the voltage meter, but first I'll show you what I did to move them. So the line will be right here at this corner. They're the pigs that we're moving. The line will be at this corner, and it'll go right there, down all those lines there. But to move the pigs, I'll move them through this paddock here. There's a gate over there. And I'm just setting up a temporary fence to move the pigs through this area. This is where we had pigs before, last fall and last summer, 2 different times. And you can see that there's a daikon radish there. You can see the good root. There are winter peas right there. Some turnips there. And the pigs will really love this. I want to move them through here quickly and hope that they don't get the foraging on this and miss the acorns that I have for them and the leaves. But we'll open that gate right here and move the pigs. There'll be an electric fence coming there. The gate will open here, and we'll see how it goes. But right now I'm going to go get the voltage meter, make sure the fence is hot, and then we'll move the pigs. So I've connected that little short wire for the pigs to walk through, putting the voltmeter on. It's only reading about 4,500 volts, 4.4, 4.5 kilovolts. So while it's hot enough to discourage the pigs, I'll still run through here in a little while and figure out a better where that fence is going wrong. But let's set up the camera and get the pigs moving. Hey, pig! Good to get the pigs used to you feeding them by hand, even if you put them in a feeder, so that they'll get used to following you. Come on, pig! Hold on, we missed one. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on. Good pig. Oh, you better get shot. Come on, pig. Come on, pig. It's gone a little too well. The pigs moved through here fine. So now I'll disconnect this wire here, which should be off now. And I'll run it back over to the corner. And now the new pig paddock is set up with the pigs in it. Let's check the voltage on it. 8,000 volts. So somewhere on that little short branch that I just pulled up, the pigs had shorted out. I had it shorted out on something. But 8,000 volts is what this Gallagher fence charger produces. So they're set and ready to go. So the fence is hot and the pigs are in here. All I've got to do now is grab their water and fill it up. I've got a water hose, well, a water faucet that's just on the other side of that gate where the pigs came from. So I've got easy water access right here. So I'll fill up the pigs' water, and then I've got to open up these bags. The pigs will open them up and tear them open and get stuff out of them, the acorns and stuff out, but I prefer to do it myself. Don't want the pigs choking on some kind of plastic or anything like that. So all total, it's taken me about an hour from the time I started, about an hour and 5 minutes. Of course, it's taken me 4 or 5 minutes, 10 minutes additional time to film it. And then I'll spend an hour or two editing the footage. But it's taken about an hour to move the pigs, and I've got about 15 to 20 minutes worth of work to do to bring their water over here. So in less than an hour and a half, I've set up this paddock, and I forgot to set up my cross fencing over here for them, but that won't take but just a moment to do that.